With that report. Now, the Edinburgh Festival is famous around the world as a haven for new talent. But if you don't fancy journeying all the way up to Scotland, there could soon be an alternative right here in the capital. There are plans to stage London's own Fringe Festival next August. Well, Alice Bandercravi is in the West End tonight to tell us more. Alice.
Riz, I'm outside the Phoenix Artists Club, where there's been a gathering of performers and directors who've all been here to find out what's in store for them next August at the first London Fringe Festival. This is the Edinburgh Fringe Festival, bringing theatre, comedy, music, dance and exhibitions to the Scottish capital every August. Organisers say it's the largest arts festival in the world, and now London wants a piece of the action. Greg Tallant, who organised the London Bridge Festival, is today selling the idea of a London Fringe Festival to the great and the good in Theatreland. But is it really a good idea to put on a London festival on the exact dates as the Edinburgh event?
The reason we're doing it in August is because that's the best time for London. It's when a lot of things are happening in London and we get hundreds of thousands of visitors to the city, not just from overseas but also from the UK. And we've got 4 weekends stretching over that month. So that's why we started on the 6th and we end on the 30th.
But according to theatre producer Nika Burns, as a festival destination, London simply doesn't compete.
The point about Edinburgh is that you have this fantastic city where you can walk everywhere, and a lot of the audiences are there specifically to go to events.
And that adds to the appeal for performers too, according to previous Edinburgh Comedy Award winner Phil Nichol.
If you're in London and just going home to your own bed every night, you won't go out and you won't be part of a festival. You'll just be doing a show and going home. But in London, performers are doing that every night of the year anyway, so I don't see how a festival could be created without that sense of atmosphere.
So it may not rival Edinburgh, but a London Fringe Festival will be good for some of the smaller theatre venues, like the Hackney Empire and the Leicester Square Theatre.
There's a lot of spaces in London over the summer period that are crying out for a decent Fringe Festival over the summer period, and with the sort of visitors over the summer period can only benefit from having a Fringe Festival at that time.
Edinburgh organisers are fairly relaxed about the prospect of a London festival in August, hardly surprising given they've got 60 years of tradition to draw from. Well, joining me now in the rain is freelance director Anthony Coleridge. So, a London Fringe Festival, is that good news?
Oh, it's fantastic news. I mean, people travel from all around the country to come to London in order to sort of cultivate their craft and begin a successful career in theatre. A lot of people do that, and it's the best thing to do. It's a fantastic thing.
And what about if you're a performer? Is it going to be difficult to choose between Edinburgh and London? How will that work?
No, I don't think so. I don't think there's necessarily a reason why you can't do both. A lot of people that have been going to Edinburgh for years and years will probably choose to try London, and vice versa as well. I think it's just an exciting time for everyone involved, really. I think It's a good thing.
Thank you very much for talking to us.
No problem.
The Edinburgh Fringe Festival is estimated to bring about £180 million worth of business to Edinburgh, so it's not to be sniffed at for London. Back to you in the studio.
Alice from the West End, thank you.